Starting the coffee with chopsticks while the trash men are taking my trash can in the front yard and making a lot of noise during my recording because I got up a little bit later today and got 10 hours of sleep, and while stirring the coffee, I just totally lost track of what I was saying. Starting the coffee with chopsticks using the vortex method, the only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee at the molecular level. I'm getting ready to jump on a plane real soon. I slept over 10 hours. Good morning. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. We'll get started, but first, coffee. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, this is going to go down easy and fast. I don't have a microphone on today, which means the phone is the microphone for today. So it's going to sound different, and you're going to pick up probably room noise as well, because the lapel mic is packed in my suitcase. Just so those of you that notice little differences, a lot of you people notice subtleties in the Daybreak Show, and I commend you for that. But that is one of the things you're going to notice right away. I'm just stalling because I want to drink more coffee. People say, how can you get up so early? I get up early because I go to bed early. Benjamin Franklin said, early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. And that is true. Write that down on a 3x5 card and stick it everywhere. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. All three of those things I am. I attribute it to going to bed early. How early did I go to bed? I actually slept in today, believe it or not. I don't set the alarm on Fridays just because. And I actually slept straight through to like 6:30, 6:35, something like that. But there are some nights where I go to bed at around 8 o'clock, believe it or not. I can stay up late with the best of them. But for me, the optimum amount of sleep is going to bed early and then just waking up naturally and starting my day. So that's what happened today. I feel great. There's always that one person in your life, like when you sleep 10 hours and you tell someone, what's that one person say? You must have needed it. I guess I did. I must have needed it. If I slept straight through for 10 hours, that means either I was very tired or I didn't drink a lot of liquid before I went to bed last night. So that's how that works. Because your bladder can be your alarm clock as well. And I found once I get up to go to the bathroom, I'm up. I don't get up, go to the bathroom, and then go back to bed, I'm up. Once I'm up, I'm up. If that means 3 in the morning, I'm up. How about you? How long do you sleep naturally with no alarm? How long do you sleep when you lay your head down and go to sleep? How long do you just stay out until you wake up naturally? Put the answer down below. I'd love to hear that. In restaurants, cell phone talkers' voices are so loud, right? People talking on cell phones, they don't realize how loud they are. They're not even aware. They're not aware of how loud they are, especially the next table over. And this is where I perfect my evil eye and the look, when I just kind of look at them. And I think these are the ones, these people are the ones that got ribbons just for participating in sports, participation ribbons and trophies. Is this just a Philadelphia phenomenon, or does it happen where you live as well? I mean, I have gone to places like a very expensive steakhouse, and there's somebody at a table talking out loud, not even thinking that anyone else is hearing. And all you can hear is their voice talking on the phone to somebody. The one side of the conversation. It's insane. Remove the chains and the people prosper. Enter government and the Democratic Party, and chains go right back on. Shake those shackles off and say, nobody is going to own me or my vote as we approach 2020 in America. About 60% of you are in America. Think about this. Nobody owns you or your vote, period. Nobody owns you. You don't have to vote a certain way because you're a certain way. Use this. Don't. And another reason why I tell you not to watch the news is because they tell you how to vote. They tell you how to vote. Stop watching the news. Stop it. Stop it. The most bitter people I know and most hateful people I know are people who watch the news on a regular basis. They get that steady stream of bullshit coming in. Turn off the news. Turn off the news. Turn off the TV. I'm not a fan of locker room talk, except when telemarketers call, because now they call cell phones and not just home phones. Not a big fan of it at all. I think saying flat screen TV is like saying color TV. You just don't need to say flat screen anymore. There's people that say ink pen. I think pen is enough. You don't have to say ink. Hey, excuse me, you got an ink pen? I didn't know there were any other types of pens. As his counterpart, the woman completes or fills out a man's life, making him a larger person than he could have been alone, bringing into his frame of reference a new feminine dimension from which to view life that he could have known in no other way. Women add a feminine dimension to our lives. We see the world in a different way through women, because men and women are different. They're not equal and they're not the same. Don't kid yourself. And men, you don't have a feminine side. All of you whack jobs that are talking about yin and yang, there's no yin and yang. If you're man, you're masculine. If you're a woman, you're feminine. The two are not mixed, except when people are together, married, or together. That is it. You don't have a feminine side. Men, you don't have a feminine side. Don't believe that. Ladies, you don't have a masculine side. Men, amp up your masculinity. Not macho, your masculinity. Ladies, amp up your femininity. I'm seeing more women I know, especially in the hair industry. You know, they go through breakups and divorces, they start going to a gym, they start talking about leg day and poses and stuff like that, and they're looking like men. They got the bull ring, you know, the hog ring in their nose, super unattractive. More tattoos, exhibiting their pain. Become more feminine. Let your response to pain be your femininity. Don't become more like a man. Men, you don't need to become more like a woman. Softer does not mean feminine. I want you to be considerate, not soft. Oh, you're just showing your softer side. No, you're not. You're showing your considerate side. Be considerate of one another. And that door swings in both directions. Then, too, he also brings to his wife a masculine perspective that enlarges her life, making her fuller, a more complete person than she could have been apart from him. This marriage union, by covenant, solves the problem of loneliness. Can you see why two people are meant to be together? It solves the issue of loneliness. Not merely by filling a gap, but by over-filling it. More than mere presence is involved. It's not just the presence of the feminine or the masculine in your life. The loneliness of mere masculinity or femininity is likewise met. The masculine alone is not good, creates mental problems. The feminine alone creates mental problems. You have feminists, I don't need no man. You have other guys, I don't need no woman. You do, to fill the gap of loneliness. Bros can only fill that gap so much. Video games can only fill the gap so much. Cigars and whiskey can only fill the gap so much. Girls' nights out can only fill the gap so much. Another cat or another box of wine can only fill the gap so much. We were made for each other. When you look at it that way, for some of you, it's like petting a cat the wrong way. You're going to bristle. It's like, ugh, because of what? Your pain, your hurt, what happened to you in your past. Every action that you have is most likely a reaction to something in the past. If you are a guy that has gone his own way or a feminist, it's because of something that happened in your past. Let's get real. Someone has to tell the truth. It might as well be me. What is the greatest reason for your failure? Put the answer down below. What's the greatest reason for your failure? Think about your greatest failure, your top 1 or 2 failures. What is the one thing that your failures have in common, other than you? Okay, let's talk about a way that you think or a way that you react. What is the reason for your greatest failure? Or reasons? Now we're getting deep, aren't we? This is what I used to get into when I did therapy for 22 years with people. Stay thirsty for truth, my friends. And I'll see you Monday on the Daybreak Show. Be productive this weekend. This is not a weekend to slack off. Remember, 2020 is the year that you get unstuck. What are you doing to get unstuck? Do you feel stuck? Are you not moving financially, physically, interactionally with people? Are you stuck in an ideology? Do you feel like the way you've been thinking is no longer serving you well? Do you feel like you're in a cult that you want to leave, but you get shamed for wanting to leave it? It's okay. Break the shackles. Get out. Get away. You are a free man. You are a free woman. Act like it.